In today's society of America, there is an identity crisis with so-called Black Americans only that I have been exposing ever since I joined YouTube to present publicly verifiable evidence along with historical documented information that our people are not familiar with in hopes that we may correct this nail-biting major issue amongst ourselves as one whole community. Ever since the 1960s, our people were slowly adopting the historically derogatory term Black as a descriptive means that refers to us as a group of people benevolently by way of young children who were college students under the influence of indoctrinating school curriculums, various religious beliefs, and of course, political correctness.
When I was growing up, to call a person of color like myself or others Black was considered derogatory. That's just a fact. You call somebody Black, those were fighting words. Those were fighting words.
Throughout my previous documentaries, I've shared detailed information concerning the reasons why the term Black should not be associated with us as a descriptive means. And in this segment, I will prove why those so-called Pan-Africanists stemming from the mid-1900s and beyond are royally incorrect with their most popular outlandish claim that our ancestors and their offsprings of today are of African descent. In order to comprehend and develop an understanding of what I'm about to mention next, one must allow themselves the opportunity to think freely, without any restriction, hesitation, or any form of negative influence based on their own personal beliefs. Because this is not about what you may believe. This is strictly about what you know and what you are willing to find out on your own.
Relax and take notes. Take notes.
For starters, our eldest family members of so-called Black American households did not inform their grand and or their great-grandchildren about being descendants of African slaves that were allegedly captured by small waves of anonymous palefaces who were pirates of sailboats and later cargo ships. This story sprung about around the 1950s by way of school teachers and college professors whose sole job was to indoctrinate the mindsets of the children who were sent to these federalized institutions in order to learn about their history from strangers. The old saying around this time period that is still popularized in use today was to never trust a stranger. Of course, we can all see that school teachers and college professors are somehow an exception from this general rule, being as though they carry the responsibility of teaching the next generation up, who are the students that are forced to learn about everything they teach uncritically. And unfortunately, that also included their history. And then these same children grew into their adulthoods, regurgitating these same stories about their history that they learned from their teachers and not their individual families, which has caused a generational identity crisis within our communities. Systematically.
This is what I'm trying to change this.
To prevent this major issue from reoccurring, we must swallow the pills of truth, no matter how difficult it may be for some to do so, by debunking the various pseudo-theories surrounding our identities that many of our people have adopted as their history. For example, many of our people today have been led astray by various
Look at that. Fabulous new folklore. That's taking America by storm. Look at that.
Plain street scholars of Pan-Africanism